Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Edmund Ironside and we get to hear from Emma today in Act 4, Scene 2. Emma is the widow of King Agelredus, who's the one who died that started this whole I get the throne thing that's going on between Edmund and Canutus. And she's also the mother of Alfred and Edmund, who are half-brothers to Edmund Ironside. And with the Danish now attacking England, she wants to send them off to be with their Uncle Richard, who lives in France, so they can live in safety. And in yesterday's monologue, Alfred was like, Mom, don't, this isn't a sad thing. This is a good thing. We're going to go be with family instead of staying here and being surrounded by war. So, be happy that we're going off to live with Uncle Richard so that things will be better for us. And Emma says, good boy, in whom thy father's feature lives, though death has seized him in his wasteful arms. If I could moderate my grieved mind, without remembrance what ere now I was, then should my grief diminish with my tears. But memory, the afflicter of the soul, bids me remember how I was a queen, how Agelredus was my lawful lord, how Norman's Duke was my renowned sire, how England was my pleasure's paradise, and how time was when time did wait on me. All these are but bellows to the fire to burn my heart, consumed afore with sighs. Alfred, that is a child. Thou art of age to take example by my misery, not to believe foul fortune's flattery. So part of this is a little bit of exposition because we hadn't met Emma and Alfred and Edmund until Act 4, Scene 2, where we met them yesterday. So some of it, her saying, I remember that I used to be the queen, and Agelredus was my husband, and the Norman's Duke was my dad, and all this. It's giving the audience context for who she is. But of course we can't just say, this is who I used to be. She has to talk about it in terms of grieving and remembering things. So she's like, I could be happy for you going there if I didn't know as much as I do. I know how things change. I know that people can die. I know that fortune isn't always on the side of us or the side of those who are right. She's like, I remember when my life was significantly different than it is now. And that makes it hard to say goodbye to you because I know that things are going to be significantly different again with you gone. And she's like, Alfred, you're going to have to look out for your younger brother, Edmund, but you should be smart enough, you should be old enough to know that grief is valid. And things aren't always necessarily going to be better. And cute little Edmund, again, we don't know exactly how little he is. It could be just, he's a child, he's the youngest one. It could be that he's very small. It could be that he's, maybe a preteen something. We're not exactly sure how old the kids are. But he's like, Mom, don't cry. And she's like, oh, are you feeling bad for me? Are you feeling my pain? Then I can cry more to ease my heart. Let's all just be sad about this stuff. And the sort of guard security type person that's standing there turns her and he's like, Madam, sorry, but your tears are making all the rest of us cry too. And she's going to have a response to that in the form of a monologue tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Mwah.